is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Philippi. My guests today are Jeff and Jerry Sanders, and they are starring in Gallery's upcoming production of Born Yesterday, which is a sort of a romantic comedy and has a lot of elements to it. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
I'm so glad to meet you and to know that you're going to be, as I said, starring in a Gallery production.
We're very excited. It's both of our first times on the Gallery stage. We're from Salem, so we're excited to be branching out and joining other arts communities in the area.
Great. So you've done a lot of acting in the past?
Yeah, I actually grew up in Omaha, Nebraska, and I've been doing theater for about 30 years now.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
since I was a little kid.
And I'm from Salem. I started at Pinnacle in 1980, 81. I've been acting and directing there, and that's actually how we met.
And you're married in real life?
We are.
And so did you hold a big magnet up toward the east to pull her to Salem, or how did you get her here?
I did.
I just through course of life events, I went to Maryland and then ended up in Oregon. And they were doing a production of Hair. I was living in Portland, and they were doing a production of Hair, the musical, down in Salem, and I'd always wanted to do it. So I drove down. I drove down and auditioned, and that's actually how we met 13 years ago.
You know, when I think of the musical Hair, I think about being like a kid, and then I was in Girl Scouts, and we played that song, Hair, give me, over and over and over at our Girl Scout meetings, and drove our troop leader crazy. But that was the 70s.
Oh,
you know?
that's funny, yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Love
Wow.
that show.
So is that how you guys got together then? It was...
No, we were friends on and off, just in passing through different shows and seeing each other out at the theater, and then we got in touch about 9 years ago and started dating, and then...
One thing led to another.
Yep.
So it must be pretty gratifying to be doing this show together.
It's a lot of fun,
Yeah.
actually. It's there's some challenges, but it's almost as if there's too much comfort. You have to kind of add the people meeting for the first time quality to it as actors. We have to bring that instead of having the banter be so natural or...
Right.
Right. Because, in fact, in the play, you don't know one another and you come together as perfect strangers.
Right, and Billy is very unhappy about it to begin with, because he's brought in to educate her and make her smart, because she's just not smart at all. And so...
A blonde bombshell.
yeah, and they're actually going to be bleaching my hair
Oh,
here
really?
in the next week or so.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm very excited about that.
Oh, yeah, why not?
But she's very resistant. She doesn't want to be smart. She's happy being dumb and not knowing anything.
And she says so.
And she says so in the play. It's one of the lines. And she's resistant. And then she actually tries to use it as a way to get his attention in a relationship sort of way. So she's going through the motions to try to get him interested in her. And they have a whole big scene about he's not interested in her, and he says he is still, and yeah, it's tons of fun.
Oh, great.
And my character, of course, can't understand somebody who is happy being anything less than as smart as they could possibly be. He sort of made it a mission in his life, believing that everybody should be as smart as they can, because a world full of ignorant people is too dangerous to live in. That's his motto, as he expresses it.
Okay, so I saw this thing today, and it said, the scientists tell us that the world is composed of, protons, neutrons, and electrons. They forgot morons. I thought that was actually really funny.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that kind of ties into what you're doing. And meanwhile, you play a really smart writer.
He's a writer. He writes for New Republic magazine. He's very interested in the political scene. He's sort of a Washington insider as a reporter. And
Kind of a Jeffrey Toobin type.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
And you want to find out the happenings of what's going on inside Washington and get it out to the people.
And get it out to the people. I'm very interested in what her current boyfriend is doing in Washington and in his meetings with senators. And it's the end of World War II. He's a junk dealer who's made a lot of money sending things over to Europe, and now the war's over, and the junk dealer is wanting to make some deals so that he can continue to make sure that business is good.
In other words, business as usual.
Exactly. It is honestly a very, very timely piece. I mean, I can't think of a period when it hasn't been timely in terms of human beings and politics.
Unfortunate but true, huh?
Yeah.
That's the way the world works. Wow. So I guess the question is you two sort of, did you come to the play because you knew Walt Height, the director, or did you come to the play because you'd heard they were doing this particular play?
For me, it was both. Playing Billy in Born Yesterday has been a dream part since I was a little kid. I loved old movies. I grew up in a movie theater, so it was just one of those parts that if I ever was an actress, I wanted to play that part.
Oh, really? Okay, great.
So that, of course, interested me instantly, but the fact that Walt, we've both worked with him before, he was directing, and it was a chance to do something different, to meet new people, and branch out a little bit and connect different communities together. So for me, it was both that it was Walt and the show that it was.
And I think it's great because it's always nice for any community, small town, larger town, to, for every production to have one or two new people that maybe, we don't always see, that sort of thing. I mean, and I'm sure you feel the same way at Pinnacle. You love it when somebody, a fresh blood.
Everybody gets excited.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Because it adds a new energy and a new dynamic into the mix, if you will, of the sort of the touring company.
Absolutely, yeah.
Exactly. You've got a core base of people who know how things have worked in the past, and then you bring in new people who can mix it up. They can add different elements to it, and yeah, that's one of the joys of doing community theater is getting
love
new
it.
faces.
Yeah.
So have you gotten to get involved with set building and all that kind of stuff too? I mean,
not yet so far as this show.
Okay.
Not at Gallery.
Yeah, but at Pinnacle, both of us having been directors, actors.
oh, okay, you both have directed as well.
Yep, we have.
Oh, so talk a little bit about that.
Well, I only recently got into directing about 7 years ago, and I've directed 3 different shows. Most recently was a 2009 production of My Fair Lady down at Pinnacle.
Oh,
which
okay.
he was the star of. But you've directed way more than I have.
Well, I started earlier. I've been directing at Pinnacle since '89, I think. And next season, in fact, I'm going to be directing again. I'm going to be directing Shakespeare's Scottish tragedy.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
ambitious.
Yeah, well, and I actually did direct it one other time some
Okay.
years ago at the Elsinore Theater in
Wow.
Salem. And I directed Twelfth Night at Pinnacle and Death of a Salesman.
Okay.
We did Sound of Music.
Yeah.
So you really are well-rounded as actors. I mean, I'm hearing musicals, I'm hearing Shakespeare, I'm hearing kind of the gamut between Broadway and, tragedy. And
I've always believed that versatility was really something. When I started just as an actor, that was something that I really admired. And I thought it was important for an actor to be able to do all different things. An actor should be able to direct. He should be able to design and do makeup.
Sure,
and,
of course.
These are skills that historically actors should have.
Right.
And for me, I started off as a dancer, dancing, when I was 3 years old, and progressed into doing musicals. And having been a dancer, my joints aren't as good as they used to be. So moving into shows that aren't musicals, directing, choreographing, not being the one getting up there to do it every day, it just keeps adding more and more levels of love for theater. That has been a part of my life forever.
But I think it's true that the whole choreography piece, having danced, you bring really that depth of experience to, okay, kids, I know you can do this because I've done it. If I can do it, you can do it. Here we go.
Absolutely.
1, what did it say? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Absolutely. I think one of my favorite
Yeah.
shows that I directed was The Boyfriend, and
Oh,
I
okay.
choreographed it. It was a bunch of kids, and I'm jumping up and down doing the dances with them all through rehearsal because it was just, they're infectious, their energy. It's so much fun, and I miss doing that.
Of course, after the show, you were in traction for 6
Well,
weeks.
exactly, yeah. Push me around the wheelchair.
Taking the waters at a spa somewhere. I love it. That's great, though. This is so this particular play, Born Yesterday, then it's set in the 20s.
1946.
46.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a fun period.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
It
great.
is, and kind of fun about my character is she's an ex-chorus girl, too.
Okay.
So she's an ex-dancer, well,
X a lot of things.
singer.
Right. Spokesmodel.
Yeah.
Whatever
All
it takes.
All that fun stuff.
Cool,
So
that's great.
it's a fun character to be getting inside of and understanding.
And you probably have had a really good time meeting some of the other actors that you may perhaps not have known.
Oh, yeah. We've met a number of people at Gallery, just wonderful, talented people, and it's very exciting to work with new, talented
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So how big is the cast?
We have
mean,
to count. It's not a very
It's
big
not a huge
cast.
cast.
Okay,
it's
so
a
it-
medium-sized.
Okay, so
play.
12 to 14
10, 12,
people.
somewhere
Okay,
in
so,
there.
all
Yeah,
right.
it's very small, and there's several actors who play several parts.
Have to be versatile.
Have to be versatile, do different things.
You know, now that you're saying this, I think I'm remembering like the Facebook post when the roles were announced and so was playing like 6
Oh, yeah.
different cameos or something. And okay.
Well, yeah, and I've done shows where you're on stage for 5 minutes and that's it. And so I think I always enjoyed the opportunity to play multiple parts.
Sure.
It just adds more fun, and you get to be different people.
Keeps you busy all night and
Yep.
stretches you as an actor.
Just changing backstage real fast. And making sure you have the right hat, and the right accent for the right character.
Oh,
and-
yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, and all that. So we should run through the dates. Let's run through the dates.
So we open October 18th, and then it's Friday, Saturday, and I believe it's a Sunday matinee at 3 o'clock, and it plays for the 4 weekends.
Okay, perfect. So the 19th.
And the
is
20th.
And the 20th, and then 4 weekends. Okay,
Yep.
great.
And it's in the smaller arena theater at Gallery.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
That's
it should
wonderful.
be tons of fun.
And I guess we should remind people, I mean, I think everybody knows by now, the Arts Alive faithful and the Gallery faithful should know by now that Gallery is now online and people can actually purchase their tickets online, which is kind of a new and big thing for us. I mean,
great.
Pentacle's been doing that for a long time, but it makes it really nice. So.
It's
Oh,
a,
yeah.
a huge
It's a wonderful way to get
convenience.
tickets. Get out there, get your tickets.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. So good. All right. Well, that's one good thing then that we have under control. And then, how about costuming? Are the costumes coming along, or?
They are. We're going to be trying some on tomorrow,
Oh, fun.
and I think I'm the lucky one. I get to have a whole bunch of costumes.
Well, you are the lucky one because you're a girl.
Yeah,
And girls always get better
and
costumes.
Who doesn't want to play dress up?
I know. There's probably pearls or
Oh,
something.
I hope so.
I know. Really, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great. I mean, that is a nice era because of all the fun clothes, clothes and shoes and little hats and purses and.
Minks.
Oh,
mink
nice.
coats.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you are that kind of girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Washington gets cold in the wintertime.
Exactly. Gotta have your mink coats.
Well, if they wear them in Palm Beach, right?
Yeah.
They can wear them in DC.
Oh, it's always
wear-
good weather for a mink, right?
Well, and you know what? This is really true. And this is the thing that I have loved about Washington, D.C. is, most cities, and we'll just say Portland is, maybe just not quite as dressy as a lot of bigger cities. Washington, D.C., the men look so good.
Everybody's in a suit.
Oh my
Nice
God, they look
suits.
fabulous. Really nice suits, and really
Well-cut
expensive suits, and great hats, and fabulous coats, and good shoes. And I remember when I went there, I thought, man, the men look great in this town. Because, wherever you go, the women usually always look good, especially in cities, they're always dolled up. But in D.C., the men really look good too, and that's kind of nice. So,
Well, 46, there's hats, and I love hats.
oh yeah,
That's
right, of
true.
course, yeah. So you'll be kind of
I'm
sartorially splendiferous.
I'm hoping so.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, for
hoping so.
sure. Well, Jeff and Jerry, it's really great to meet you and talk to you, and super excited to see the play. So we'll just run through those dates again.
Okay. October 18th, we open, run 4 weeks.
Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday matinee.
Perfect. Okay, great. Well, I cannot wait until I get to see the play. So,
Wonderful. Well, thanks for having us
Thanks
on.
for having us.
yeah.
Yeah.
See you soon.